Low carbohydrate diets are for the average person, not elite athletic performers. They were designed for weight loss, not for professional and elite athletes that have to perform sprints, rapid change of directions, jumps, and high-intensity efforts. When you apply a weight loss strategy to a high-performance environment, you compromise performance, recovery, injury risk, and limit your competitive edge. A few days ago, as I do every week, I had my weekly consultation with a professional hockey player. He said, "Shanti, I have to talk to you. I want to lose body fat. If I lose that weight, I will be faster, more agile, and more explosive." As many surfing internet, he found this video that was explaining that reducing carbohydrate accelerate fat loss. He told me he wanted to reduce carbohydrate to lose body fat quicker, and he asked my opinion. I explained to him that as an athlete, it's not a good idea to reduce carbohydrate, and I explained all the reasoning and what could happen. He wanted to try anyway, and I agree, but I told him, okay, you can do that, but not during a competition. After a few days, he came back, and as we say in Italy, with a tail between the legs. I didn't insist because I wanted for him to feel what I explained to him. I am Shanti Coro, a sports nutritionist originally from Italy. For over 20 years, I've helped professional and elite athletes to elevate performance, enhance recovery, reduce injury risk, improve health, and extend career longevity through evidence-based sports nutrition strategies, supplementation, and smart lifestyle choices. If you're a professional or elite athlete and you're thinking to try a low-carbohydrate diet, this video is for you. In the next few minutes, I will explain you Lesson 1, the difference between weight loss and fat loss. Lesson number 2, why many people experience fat loss on a low-carbohydrate diet. Lesson number 3, why low-carbohydrate diet may be a choice for the regular person, but are not for you. Lesson number 1, the difference between weight loss and fat loss. When you eat carbohydrates, they are stored into your muscle and liver in the form of glycogen. You will be using glycogen when you train or compete. For each gram of glycogen that is stored comes 3 grams of water. When you're reducing your carbohydrate, you're also reducing your glycogen stores. And as a result, you will lose weight in the form of water. Reducing carbohydrate is one way to lose weight as water. You can do the same thing manipulating sodium, fiber, and water. These exact same strategies are used by combat athletes during the weight cutting process. But that is a short-term effect to reach a specific goal. The only way to reduce body fat is through generating a caloric deficit, meaning that the calories you introduce are lower than the energy that you expend. It doesn't matter the diet that you follow, as long as you generate a caloric deficit, you're going to reduce body fat. Low carbohydrate diet is one of the many tools, but it's not a tool for a professional or elite athlete. If you want to learn more about the Mediterranean diet or incorporate elements of it in your sport nutrition program to make it more enjoyable and sustainable, I have put together a free ebook, The Mediterranean Diet for Professional Athletes, that you can download from my website. You can find the link below in the description. Lesson number 2, why many people lose body fat on a low carbohydrate diet. When someone reduces carbohydrates, automatically is reducing food that are caloric dense, not only high in carbohydrates, but also high in fat, in sodium, low in fiber, low in protein. All elements that lead to overconsumption of foods, overconsumption of calories. When these foods are reduced, automatically in the diet, protein and fiber increase. You're basically reducing high palatable food that have low satiety, and you're increasing food that generates satiety. For this reason, low carbohydrate diet may work for many people. However, the same thing can be achieved with any diet. When you are a professional or elite athlete that want to lose body fat, you cannot think only about that. You also need to think about performance. Performance comes first, reducing body fat comes second. And that changes everything. Lesson number 3, why low carbohydrate diet can be for the average person but not for you. Let me explain you how your body uses energy from food. We have two primary energy in the form of food sources: carbohydrates and fat. Your body, when carbohydrates are low, can convert certain amino acid and fats in glucose, but that is not optimal. So we're considering the best form of energy, carbohydrates and fat. What determines what your body uses as a form of energy despite reducing either fat or carbohydrates is your training intensity. Your body uses both carbohydrates and fats simultaneously during training and competition. However, as the intensity goes up, your body relies more on carbohydrates, less in fat as energy source, reaching up to 90% of carbohydrates use. When the intensity goes down, the opposite happens. Your body uses more fat and less carbohydrate as energy source. Nobody is special, nobody is different. This is human physiology and works the same for everybody unless you come from another planet. I'll use my favorite forward of all time, the footballer Ronaldo Nazario, R9, as an example. Let's imagine the teammate of R9 is on the left side of the field and is running forward with the ball. Now he's crossing on the right side where R9 has to do a high intensity effort sprinting toward the ball. While performing this sprint, R9 is using primarily carbohydrates. Now the action is finished and R9 is jogging back. At this moment, he's using primarily fat as energy source. You need to understand that you are a Formula One race car. You need to understand that you are a professional or elite athlete. You're not the average person that go to the gym to stay in shape or to look good in the mirror. You are a high-performance Formula One car that need the right fuel at the right time. You cannot run a Formula One car with the same gasoline of an average car. Write it down somewhere in a place that you can see it. Carbohydrates is the primary energy source for high-intensity efforts. Let's bring everything together. In Lesson 1, you have learned the difference between weight loss and fat loss. Lesson 2, why many people lose body fat on a low-carbohydrate diet. Lesson 3, why low-carbohydrate diet are not for you, and carbohydrate is your primary energy source. A good friend of mine, the strength and conditioning coach, Juan Carlos Santana, always told me, show me a sport that does not involve rotation and I'll show you a sport that does not exist. You can apply the same logic to professional sports and carbohydrates. This is a question that I often get asked. I'm doing everything right, everything on point, my training is flat, why I'm not getting better? At the contrary, I'm getting worse. What's wrong with me? What should I do? What should I change? I will answer this and more questions in the next video. I'll see you there. Ciao.